guys, this is Starry from StarrySky Gaming, and welcome to this Quantum DPS Weapon Mastery Loadout and Rotational video. Now this video is going to be showing you the PowerPoints, how I spec'd it, going to be showing you the loadout, obviously going to show you the Weapon Mastery, and then when to use the Weapon Mastery as part of the rotation for Quantum. Now I know a lot of people have been asking for this, so here it is. Okay, so in the time tree we have PowerPoints in Tachyon Burst, Temporal Extortion, Time Shift, Anomaly, Tachyon Blast. And in the space tree we have Gravitonic Field, Spiral Waves, Einstein's Ray, Einstein's Ray, sorry, Warped Reality, Oblivion, Singularity, Gravity Well, and Gravity Bomb. And then the iconics, Weapons Expert, and Tactical Genius. Okay, now to the loadout. Now I'm not too sure if this is like the normal loadout Quantum use, but this is the loadout that I use on the test server. So anyway, Gravity Well, Tachyon Blast, Singularity, Gravity Bomb, Warped Reality, Oblivion. Now this is pretty much our AoE field, which is obviously going to get damage over time. We want to clip that with Warped Reality. This gives us a chance to do some more damage, plus it also gives us a power interaction of Graviton Charged, which is going to help out skills like this one do more damage, Singularity will do more damage, and Gravity Bomb will do more damage, thanks to the power interaction of Warped Reality. Okay, so now you've seen the skills, let's get to the rotation. So the rotation, or I should say the Weapons Mastery I'm going to be using for this is literally one-handed into Solar Flare. Quick, and it does good damage. Now the good thing about the Solar Flare is it's AoE, and it hits really hard. Now a good piece of information that I do want to say, a really important part to this loadout is to actually get the mod for your hands enduring damage, because it's going to play an important part for damage modifier. This will give us a damage modifier for at least 20 seconds whenever we use a skill that has a 60% damage modifier on it. And guess what? That's what number 2, Tachyon Blast, does. It gives us a 60% damage modifier whenever we use it, or if we use it again at some point, it refreshes that 60% damage modifier. So this is going to be quite important and buffing all our other skills up. Okay, so how should I go doing this? I think we should do this first. It's like we're approaching, like I see it's going to be approaching trash mobs ads regularly. So obviously the sparring target is going to be like, you know, a big group of ads, and we're going to want to do a lot of damage to it. So what we want to do is we want to set up our dots, and then we want to do our mastery, and then we want to do Tachyon Blast to set up the 60% damage modifier. Now we only want to use Tachyon. I hope I am calling it Tachyon Blast, not just getting it wrong. Yeah, Tachyon Blast. Now it's important to remember to only use Tachyon Blast like around every 20 seconds just for the damage modifier, and obviously we want it for the damage though, but on trash mobs we want to try and limit the amount of time we use in cast time skills, because obviously the cast time to them. Sometimes if they don't create the damage, it isn't worth it though. But thanks to 60% damage modifier, it buffs up the other skills. So that's why we want to use it like roughly around every 20 seconds on trash mobs. Okay, so literally we want to do our Weapon Mastery, and then number 1 and number 5. This will set up our AoE damage over time and our power interaction on the target. So let's wait for the cooldown. So remember, this is what we're going to be doing on trash mobs. So literally, Weapon Mastery, number 1 and number 5, Weapon Mastery, and Tachyon Blast, sorry, to set up the 60% damage modifier. Now my highest crit so far with Tachyon Blast is 8.7k, which is quite a lot. Right, so now that we would have set up our dots, got our power interaction, Weapon Mastery, Tachyon Blast for damage modifier, we want to be using number 3 and number 4, Singularity and God, I really should remember the names of these skills better. Singularity and Gravity Bomb. we'll pretty much be spamming those two in between the 20 seconds that you know, before we refresh the damage modifier from Tachyon Blast. So literally it's going to be Weapon Mastery, separate dot, Weapon Mastery into Tachyon Blast for the damage modifier, obviously the damage, and then for the next 20 seconds we're pretty much just going to do Weapon Mastery and this. I really need more power. And basically, so when the cooldown is finished from number 1 and number 5, we'd reapply it. And so then roughly 20 seconds later on, we would redo Tachyon Burst for the damage modifier and for the damage. Now the main problem for Quantum is it's not the damage that it lacks, it's the insane cost of the skills. Now I've used a lot of different powers, and I have to say that Quantum is probably one of the most power hungry. Not because of the amount of rate you can spam the skills, it's because it's the high cost for the skills themselves. I personally think they cost way too much power to use. But that's just me. So the reason why I'm using this mastery for is because it's nice, quick, and in between the roughly the time of 20 seconds before we have to redo number 1 and number 5, we're able to spam the Weapon Mastery with Singularity and Graviton Bomb. So let's try and put the whole rotation together. So let's get some buff to go in. Weapon Mastery, number 1 and number 5. Weapon Mastery, number 2, 60% damage modifier. Weapon Mastery, number 3. Weapon Mastery, number 4. Weapon Mastery, number 3. Weapon Mastery, number 4 if I had power. So that would have been number 4. And then that would have been just in cooldown time for number 1 and number 5 to start over again. And then it would have been Weapon Mastery and number 2 if I had power. So as you can see, it's a real simple rotation, nothing straight to it, and the Weapon Mastery does work really well with it since it's quick, and the one-handed hits, charged hits is quite hard as well for a single target, but we're mostly going into it for the Solar Flare because it's quick, high damage, and it allows us to just pretty much go into the rest of our rotation and the rest of our skills usage. So it's pretty much the same thing actually when we come to bosses, so we're just going to follow the same rotation. We're going to do number 1, we're going to do a Weapon Mastery, and then we're going to go number 1 and then number 5. And then we're going to do a Weapon Mastery again, and then onto Tachyon Blast, which is number 2, just for the damage modifier and obviously the damage. And we're going to go Weapon Mastery number 3, Weapon Mastery number 4, and then we'll go Weapon Mastery again, number 3, Weapon Mastery again, number 4, and then that will just be in time for number 1 and number 5 to be ready off cooldown. And then we just rinse and repeat. So it's a very simple rotation, but it does a lot of damage, but it is also, thanks to Quantum's high cost, it does use quite a fair bit of power, but it is more power efficient than what it used to be thanks to the mastery. Okay, so the rotation once again. So remember at the start it's our Weapon Mastery, which is hold and then hold. So hold, hold, number 1 and then number 5. Weapon Mastery, and then number 2. Weapon Mastery, and then number 3. Weapon Mastery, and then number 4 of the soda. Weapon Mastery, and then number 3. Weapon Mastery, and number 4. And then we repeat Weapon Mastery into number 1, number 5. Weapon Mastery, and then into number 2. And so on. So that is pretty much the loadout, the PowerPoints, the rotation. See how you get on with it. Let me know if there's anything you think could be improved or a different skill that you think could work better for it. Please let me know. So thank you very much for watching this. I hope this helps the Quantum DPS out of the Weapon Mastery. So anyway, until next time guys, I'll see you then.
Beware my power. Green Lantern fly!